Hi, this is Basil. I'm making a video to give you the basics on how to post a new topic in British Car Forum. First, you must be a registered member and you must be logged into the forums. If you look up here in the upper right part of the screen, you should see welcome and it should have your username. That tells you you are currently logged into the forum. You must be logged in before you can post a message on our forums. Make sure you are on the forums page. If you're not sure, click on this forums button right here and that will make sure that you are on the forums page. We have dozens of different forums in which you can post messages. We have one whole section called British Automobiles, for example, where you can post messages about different types of British cars. If you're talking about an MG, you would want to go into the MG forum, for example. Okay, if you're a new member here, we don't require, but we request that you post your first message in our new member introductions forum just to introduce yourself to the group and let us know a little bit about you. So I'll use this forum as my forum to show you how to post new topics, but the same method applies no matter which of the forums you go into. So I enter the forum by clicking on the name of the forum, not on this button over here, but you actually click on the name of the forum. Now I am in, as you can see right here, I am in the new member introductions forum. You'll also notice there's a post new thread button right here that I click on and it will open the editor. Type in a title, whatever you want the title of your thread to be. This will be what people see when they're viewing the list of threads in this forum. So I want to say hello from New Mexico. Then type your message here. Okay, whatever you want to say, you type it in this window down here. And you'll notice that you can insert little smiley faces. If you click on the little smiley faces that are over here on the right hand side, it inserts them in your message. That's certainly optional. There's also lots of other things you can do. You can highlight a word and you can bold it. You can italicize, underline. There's lots of different formatting things that you can do. I'll let you discover those on your own. This video is just to give you the basics. Once you've typed in your message, come down here, select a post icon. That's a little image that will appear next to the title of your post to kind of give folks the idea of the nature of your post. I'll just put this little guy with the sunglasses. Tags are optional. Usually you don't need to put tags unless you're posting a technical post in one of the automotive forums. But tags are just a way to help people find topics of interest. So like if you're posting in a MG forum about MG hydraulic clutches, you could put a tag of hydraulic, clutches, MGB, for example. But again, those are optional. There's some other additional options that you can use, but I'm not going to cover all of those right now. You can kind of look at those at your leisure. Once you have your title and your message and you're happy with the way it looks, come down here and click Submit New Thread. And once you do that, you will notice that you are now taken to your thread and you can see what it's going to look like. Okay. Now if I go back, right now I'm actually in my thread. I'm actually looking at my post. If I want to go back to the new member introductions forum, if you look right up here, you have something called breadcrumbs. This tells me I'm in my actual post. If I want to just back up and go to the main forum listing for this particular forum, I click on that link right there, and now you can see that I am in the new member introductions forum, and I can see all of the different topics that people have posted in this forum, including right here is mine. And remember that little icon that I checked when I made my post? Well, that's where it puts it right here. So it kind of tells folks the nature of your post. If you want to reply to an existing thread, let's say I'm reading this thread called I'm Back. Here's the person's original post. If you scroll down through here, you can see all of the different posts that people have made or replies that they've made. And if you just want to make a generic reply that gets added to the bottom of this string, you can scroll down here to this quick reply box and type your reply here, okay? And then once you're happy with your reply, click on Post Quick Reply and it will add your post to the bottom of this list. If you want to reply to a specific person and you want to quote them, for example, say I wanted to reply to this person's post and I want to quote what they're saying, instead of I can either just click reply or reply with a quote. And if I click reply with a quote, you'll see that it basically takes me back down to this quick reply window, but now their original post is put in here in quotes. So I want to start my reply after this end quote button right here, or this end quote tag. So I'll put my cursor right here and then I'll hit return a couple of times, and this is my reply. Okay, and if I post that, you can then see that it has added my reply to the bottom of this list, but it's also you see that other person's quoted material right here. Okay, so and it's in kind of a little quote bubble. So that's if you're replying to somebody specific in a string of posts, you probably want to use this reply with quote so that other people will know who in this string of posts you are actually replying to and what it is you're replying to, if you're not just replying to the original post. So also one last thing is, anytime you're down here in this quick reply button, if you click on the Go Advanced, that will basically open up the Advanced Editor, which simply gives you some more formatting options. That is certainly optional. You don't have to do that, but that's something that you can do if you want to. Okay, the last two things I want to talk about in this video are prefixes and the search function. Now, in the example that I did on posting messages, I was in the new member introductions forum, which does not use prefixes. So to show you how prefixes work, I'm going to go into a forum that does use prefixes and just show you what prefixes are. An example is the best way to explain this. If I go into the MG forum, for example, and I post a new thread, you'll notice that it has a selection right here called prefix. If I'm making a post about an MGB, for example, I'll click on prefixes and select the MGB prefix. Then I will type a title like I normally would. Question about clutches. And then post your question in the text area here, just like you normally would, and then click Submit New Thread, and it will post your thread in the forum. Now, just to show you what these prefixes look like, if I go back to the MG forum and I scan down through all of the topics, you'll see that all of these topics have these color-coded prefixes placed in front of the title of the thread. This is just an easy way now for people to scan down through these topics and see which ones pertain to, for example, MGB, which ones are T-series posts, which ones are just general MG questions, that sort of thing. Okay, so the prefixes just help to categorize topics. The last thing I want to talk about is the search feature, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here except to say in the upper right hand corner of the screen here you'll see a search feature. You can type a search term or multiple search terms in here. Click on the little icon, the little search icon, little spyglass, and it will bring up the first 500 topics that it finds with that search term somewhere in that thread. Now, you can also go into advanced search. I'm not going to cover all of these different options, but basically the advanced search is a way for you to search different keywords and have a lot more flexibility of where you're searching and what types of topics you're searching. For example, you can search in all of the open forums, or you can choose a specific forum. You can also choose, to search any thread or any prefix, or you can select, say for example, to search only the, let's say I want to search only the MG forum, and I only want to search for threads with the MGB prefix. So the advanced search is very powerful and has lots of ways that you can kind of narrow down your search. Just play around with it and you'll get the hang of it in no time. One last thing I want to say is, while it's certainly a good thing to be able to search the forums because you might find an answer to your question and not have to make a post, but don't feel like you can't make a post just because a question's already been discussed. There's nothing wrong with posting about stuff that's already been posted about. That's perfectly fine. I know some people get up in arms over, oh, well, that question's already been asked, and why didn't you use the search feature? Well, here on British Car Forum, our theory is this, is that if you are posting a new post, a new topic about a subject that's already been discussed, somebody new to the forum may come along and make a reply to that post and add some useful information that maybe didn't exist in some of the previous posts about that topic. So again, searching is a good way to find information and maybe answer your questions, but you can still post a topic in the forums even if it's already been discussed. We don't discourage that like some forums do. The hard drive space is, plentiful, and you're not going to hurt anything by reposting old questions, okay? But it's up to you. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any further questions, again, you can post them in the Forum Navigation Help Forum. And that concludes this video. Hope you have a good day. Bye.